Man, out here in a beautiful area right now. Some would say that this is paradise. What do you think, Caden?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Is this paradise?
I'd say it's pretty close.
You know, I come on these trips and I have to take a step back and like really realize how I got here and why I'm here and who brought me here. And you know, me and Caden were talking about some stuff earlier today about how it's so important to like disconnect from the world and all the worldly pleasures of life. And you know, in your busy day-to-day life, it could be hard to do that sometimes. You get wrapped up in your life and you don't even really notice how connected you are to things that don't really matter. You know, you're trying to impress these people, do things to please these people. You're trying to work for this thing, you're trying to work for that thing, you're trying to get this paradise. You know, you're trying to live to find that paradise. But if you try to live to find paradise in the world, you know, you're gonna keep looking. That's just the truth, you know, because the true paradise is God. That's the real paradise. That's the only thing that'll bring you fulfillment, joy, and peace in this world. As beautiful as things like this is, you know, trips like we're on, obtaining certain goals and money and whatever else, is as cool as all this stuff is, the truth behind it all is God. And this stuff might be beautiful and it might show off God's beauty and how much He loved you to put you in a world that's beautiful, but you got to understand that this isn't what's making me feel joy. This isn't what's making me feel gratitude. It's not the worldly stuff. It's not that I have this much money to do this thing and afford this and go on this trip. It's God. Knowing that God loves me so much that He's willing to give me these things. And when you find joy in God and find peace in God and not the world and attaching yourself to worldly things, you'll find true peace. You'll find true joy. You know, we were talking about how me and Caden have had the privilege and are blessed enough to own cool cars that we've dreamed of having. And we get wrapped up in getting attached to those cars. And I was talking to him earlier about how, you know, if our car is like burnt to the ground tomorrow, if we felt like our life is worse now that our cars are gone, that just shows that you're putting your identity in the world. You're attaching your identity to that material object. And you should never put your identity into the world. You should always put your identity in God, because that's your true identity. That's who you truly are. You know? And it's a very difficult thing to completely detach from the world. When you're fully in the world, you're in a body that is completely consumed by the world. You're probably surrounded by certain people, maybe at your job or in your family, that are consumed by the world. And it's hard to not get wrapped up in all of this stuff and trying to live for those people and to impress those people. And sometimes you might feel like you have to, or you're like expected to live that certain way, live for the world, or be attached to these things because that's what everybody else is doing, and you feel kind of pressured to be like that. And if you're not like that, then you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna lose relationships, you're gonna get judged, made fun of, and that's a hard thing to overcome. But it is possible, you know. And if you're having that fear of losing people or losing certain things in your life because, you know, due to detaching from the world, and you're scared to fully let go and put your identity in God and leave the world behind and find that truth, if you're feeling that fear of doing that, this is your sign to just let it go. Let go and stop living for the world and detach from all this material stuff, this flesh, all of this worldly stuff that we get caught up in. You know, it's so important that we do that. And it's hard, it's difficult, you know, and I think that the best way to do that is by being present and learning how to become more present through your day, so you don't get wrapped up in that. So you can catch yourself when you know, start to attach yourself and maybe make the wrong decisions. You can catch yourself. So yeah, I think that's my message for today, is just paradise is God. It's not the world. As beautiful as this is, as beautiful as certain things that the world brings us is, it's not the world, it's God. Because God's in everything. This is all God. But you just gotta realize it.